What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, you guys may notice I'm in a very, very different area. There's background noise. I can't really do much about it, but I'm not gonna not get you guys videos. So it's another Creepy Frights video, and today we're gonna be reviewing X. You're probably wondering, like, are there tons of other movies you've seen that you need to review? Yes, but I just rewatched X last night. So while it's fresh in my mind, I wanted to go ahead and get this review up and do it while it's still fresh in my mind. So I decided to watch X last night, and personally, this is probably my favorite horror movie of the year. And personally, I think it's different than most slashers. Now, what's the movie about, actually? So it's about a bunch of these like film people. They're going to make an adult film. They wind up renting out this house for a little bit on this old couple's land, and film their film. And the couples wind up getting a little killy, and there's a lot to it. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it, but I'm going to get into spoilers here in a little bit. But with that being said, let me talk a little more about the actual movie itself. I absolutely loved this movie. I think it is the best movie, horror film I've seen this year. The difference that separates this from other slasher films is, what separates this from other slashers is that you don't hate these characters. These characters are actually like you see someone, they're not bad people. Most slashers are like, okay, you want to see these characters die. That's the whole point. These characters are not hateable. They're relatable. You like listening to these characters. They're nice people. Even when it comes to like them interacting with the old people in the movie, they're nice people, and they're trying to do right. It's just that it's there to make this film, and just so happens that the people that they're renting from are kind of a little not so there in the head and everything. Now, with the kills in this, I like the kills. I think we got some good kills in this. There's some duds, but for the most part, I think the kills and the effects in this movie are a lot of fun, and I really do like what they were going for with this movie. Now, with that being said, if I have any negative connotation about the film, I'd probably have to say, just like I said, there's like one or two kills that don't resonate well with me. The framing device they use in the opening of the movie, I'm not the biggest fan. I've never been a big fan of the whole showing like the aftermath and like, oh, this is how it happened and everything. But I've never really been a big fan of that trope. But at the same time, though, this movie definitely is like the type of horror movie that, and it's an A24 film, so obviously I had high expectations going into it, and the makeup effects on this, because the old couple, they're both like highly in prosthetics, and it looks really good. Pearl, which is the old lady, is also played by the same actress that plays Maxine, and I didn't even know that the first time I watched the movie. But I like, because you can see the parallels of why they did that, because it's supposed to be like a mirror of like into Maxine's future and Pearl's past, which is really interesting. And we're gonna get to see a little bit more of that with Pearl, that comes out literally as of recording in like 2 weeks. Pearl comes out in like 2 weeks, and I'm super excited to check Pearl out. This movie, though, I feel like some people aren't gonna get and the movie is like, it handles like the whole adult film side of it like very tastefully, and I always hate pointless nudity in movies, but for this movie, the nudity I don't think is pointless. I feel like it actually shows what's important to it, who these characters are and what they're doing and what their dreams are. And Jenna Ortega, I think it's her name, is in this movie too, and there's a scene with her in the movie that made me very uncomfortable. Just similar to with the character in Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween, that was the same actress from because I've seen, it didn't go too explicit, So it was, but I'm not going to go into any more detail there. Just maybe a little, wasn't the biggest fan of that. But the movie does exactly what I was hoping for, and had some surprises here and there too. I thought it was like really interesting the way some of the kills and the deaths are done about, and a lot of the, mostly everyone's death in this movie is kind of foreshadowed by through dialogue, which I really like. And there's also some good framing, some good cinematic shots that I like. There's some weird editing at like one point in the movie that like it's cutting back and forth real quick in this transition to a field of cows and this thing on a TV, which is like really, I don't know what that little like flashing back and forth was about. I don't know if it was trying to symbolize something or if it's something I missed. Wasn't the biggest fan of that little editing there. And I can't say there's any character in the movie I didn't like. Because even the villains, the murderers, they are sympathetic. You understand why they're doing what they're doing. And it's like you completely get it. And I completely was like shocked at how sympathetic they made these characters. Because like understand like why they can't do the things they want to do. And it's really sad at points. And then like these people take it too far and they wind up killing people over it. And it's really, really crazy how they take all that concept and they run with it. And it's just really, I feel like it's done to a great degree. And I think there's just so much more you can do with this concept. No, I'm saying that. This concept, it's original-esque. Obviously, there's a lot of Texas Chainsaw influence in this movie, which I'm not complaining about. I really like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a lot of this even takes place in Texas, so it's definitely a movie that I am just glad that I decided to watch in theaters, and I even owned it on Blu-ray. I should have grabbed my Blu-ray. Why didn't I grab my Blu-ray? The movie was good though, and I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments section of this movie if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, try going into it 100% blind. I think it's a good movie if you do it that way. Because I saw a trailer, but I didn't try to like go look into any much of it. Go into the movie 100% blind. That's my suggestion. And and everyone I know that's seen it, except for like a couple people, have really liked it. Recently, people I watched it with recently, they didn't like it, but that doesn't matter to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I gotta give it a solid 4 out of 5, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is a really dang good horror movie, and I like that it's not afraid to go to certain places, because a lot of horror movies are afraid to go to those places nowadays. And I'm glad this one wasn't scared to do that. But that's really all I gotta say for this review, guys. I don't know how to stretch this to 10 minutes or not. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this movie. I'm sorry for any background noise. But that's all I got to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!